The 253 yards by you in this game, following up a performance prior to the week against Pittsburgh where you had 2 rushing touchdowns. You've got 7 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks, including 150 yards against Vegas in a big game. What has happened for you in the last month? Normally, this is where a rookie wall hits, and you seem to have absolutely destroyed that if it actually exists for you.
I think it was really leaning on my teammates, especially in the running back room. Naheem, Jordan, Marlon, being able to lean on those guys. There were a lot of times when adversity hit throughout this season. And one of the biggest things that they told me was that, adversity is to be expected. If you came into this league thinking that you was not going to face adversity, this is not the right, league for you. And I think understanding that process and understanding that I know adversity is going to hit, stick to the process, stay patient, because that's going to allow you to persevere and push through is what helped me kind of continue to get better each and every single week.
Yeah, in the middle of the season, you had, I guess, what would be somewhat of a dip, where you weren't you're not nearly on the field as much, not nearly getting as many touches. Was there something in the middle of the season for you that required you to have a step back taken by you or your coaching staff doing that on your behalf? Was there something like that?
Yeah, and definitely, it was definitely a mindset change as well. Understanding, in college, you're kind of used to being on the field a ton. And coming into this league, you have a lot of elite talent around you. So understanding that you don't need to have the ball or plays called around you 100% of the time, because you have guys and men who are more than capable of playing at an elite high level. But what matters is when your number is called, will you be ready to play at a high level and make the most out of that opportunity? So once, I had that mindset change of understanding that no matter when or how my number is called, be able to do my job at a high level, no matter if it's with the ball or without it, do it at a high level so that coaches and teammates are able to see, hey, Jonathan is playing really well, either when he has the ball or when he doesn't. And that's how you earn the trust of your coaches and teammates.
I'm Jonathan Taylor of the Colts here on the Rich Eisen Show. This is fascinating to me because I never, having watched you in the Big Ten and watched you, destroy my alma mater, in Michigan. As I've watched you in games that mean a lot to me personally, and then I've watched you in games because I'm a Big Ten fan. I never thought you, Jonathan Taylor, would need to have some sort of reset or lesson about what to do when the ball's in your hand, or have some sort of proper mentality when that happens. So what are you referring to when you're saying this about your journey and getting to the point where you're ready for the playoffs at the top of your game right now? I wonder what you're referring to right there.
Yeah, so a lot of times people will may get down in the slumps. Let's say, they had a bad game and they're not sure, like, man, am I really cut out for this? And I think one of the biggest things is realizing that, hey, adversity is going to come. You're here for a reason. And that's one of the biggest things that I got from my teammates is you're fine. It's your rookie year. You're here for a reason. You need some time to adjust. It's been a crazy year, but stick with your process. Don't waver or change from the process that you've gone through that got you to where you're at here. If you're going to have a bad game, adversity is going to happen. Only thing you can do is to continue to prepare and try to minimize the amount of negative plays or the mistakes you might have and continue to push through, because all in all, the biggest message that I got from my teammates was you're here for a reason. So keep that in the back of your mind.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.